Preparing for promotion in the career, in the business, in the ministry. And we're going to look at several case studies in it very quickly. But my first case study this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever your time horizon you are listening to us, is let's look at the case study of Elijah. 1 Kings 19 to 21. 1 Kings 19 to 21. What is it? Now, what we notice there is that the first thing that got before Elisha came in, there are sons of prophet. If you read 1 Kings 19 from verse 1 to 5, you will notice that Elijah left his servant, his people there. They are sons of prophet who have been there before Elisha, but they were not promoted to take over from Elisha. So what is that thing that gave Elisha promotion in that ministry? Number one, Elisha ministered to Elijah. What does that mean? If you read that 1 Kings 19:21, 1 Kings 19:21, you hear that the Bible says, and he returned back from him and took a yoke of oxen and slew them and boiled their flesh with the instrument of oxen and gave them to the people, and they did eat. Then the Bible says he arose and went and after Elijah and ministered to him. Now Elisha ministered to Elijah. What does it mean? He served Elijah. What does it mean? Elijah ministered to Elisha. It means he cooperated with Elijah. What does it mean? Elisha was in hiding all the days of Elijah's ministry. He was just watching. He was just observing. What does it mean? Elisha was mentored by Elijah. He was mentored by Elijah. What does it mean? Elisha left everything to serve Elijah. Elisha left everything to serve Elijah. What does it mean? Elisha supported Elijah to succeed. For Elijah to get to be promoted, he was not countercarol like the other sons of prophet. You can see Second King chapter 2 verse 2 to 10. You see that they were mocking. Who are always mocking Elijah? That's number one. Number two, Elisha was not competing for responsibility with Elijah. He was just in hiding. Number four, what did make Elijah? Number three, Elisha was actually chosen of God, not of a man. And Elijah recognized it. Why was Joshua promoted to take over from Moses? He was faithful. He was faithful and committed to the man called Moses. He was faithful and committed. We go and read Deuteronomy 3:27 to 28. God saw his commitment and said, it is Joshua that will take over from you. He was commitment and faithful. So you want to be promoted in the workplace, first of all, be committed and be faithful to the leadership you are serving to. Be faithful and be committed to that leader you are serving. I've seen cases whereby in the secular, in the career place, whereby somebody was faithful to a particular leader, and when it was a time for somebody to be promoted to take over from that leader, even that leader did not recommend him. But people say, what of that boy that be doing the job with you? He can do the job. Leader might not recommend you, but there are people who see your commitment, who see your faithfulness, who say, no, this is the man that can do the job. This woman can do the job. Be faithful. Be committed to the leader you are serving. Even if that leader does not want you, he wants you to fail. That's what helped David too. David was very faithful to Saul. Even Saul tried to do everything to kill him. You must be committed and dedicated. You must help somebody to succeed and excel. You must help somebody to succeed and excel. In the story of Joseph, we say, Joseph was dedicated, he was committed to his work. He went beyond extra mile. He went beyond the servanthood he was committed to. And God was on the side of Joseph. That's why he got that promotion. He said David too was very, very committed, very faithful to the sheep he was taking care of. No wonder God said, the way this man take care of the sheep, he will take care of my people better. What again helped Joseph? Joseph was dedicated. He was hardworking. You can see it in that Genesis chapter 39. He was dedicated. He was committed. What helped you to be promoted? You must be on the side of God. If I read that Joseph story, it was clear that God was on the side of Joseph. God loved Joseph. Joseph was in the good book of God. No wonder everything does prosper. When God is not with a man, everything a man does will fail. That will not be your point. That will not be my portion. God was with Joseph, and everything does prosper. No wonder he got promoted. I pray with these few little ones, the Lord minister to you. He will help you to be faithful. He will help you to be. He will help you to serve somebody, whether the person wants you down or doesn't want you. Whether it's scheming, the Lord will help you to be dedicated and committed to see that person, because it's God that will reward you for being faithful and dedicated and committed to a leader. The leader cannot reward you. In fact, some cases, in many cases, leader don't want you to be there, but God has a plan. Moses never want Joshua to be a leader because he thought Joshua was too small to take over for me. But God sees the heart and said, Joshua is the person. The Lord bless you, sir.